Hi everyone, this is Professor Smith. This is a tutorial on how to calculate an unemployment and labor force participation rate, which is a couple of problems in this week's homework. So this is actually to go along with the spreadsheet that I uploaded to the content area. And what you have here are a bunch of different types of worker categories and the number of people that fall into each category. So let's start with the unemployment rate. If I go on to the next tab, I can see that the unemployment rate is the number unemployed divided by the labor force. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your list of workers and classify each one as either employed, unemployed, or not in the labor force. So let's take a look at this first category here. FT stands for full-time, so this is a full-time worker. So all those people are employed, which means they are in the labor force. If you are not working or looking, you are neither employed nor unemployed the way that we define it in economics. So these people are not in the labor force. If you're full-time student and you're not working at all, you're not looking, presumably, not in the labor force. If you're working in the underground economy, you are not considered to be part of the labor force. If you are not working but you are looking, you are by definition unemployed. Okay, that's the key characteristic for unemployed. You are looking for work. If you're under 16, we consider you not in the labor force. If you're a stay-at-home parent, not in the labor force. If you're part-time, you still count as employed just like a full-time person would. And if you're in prison, you are not in the labor force. Okay, so what we're trying to find is the unemployment rate and the labor force participation rate. Okay, so again, let's go to the next tab. The unemployed people are only those who are not working and looking. If we look back to our classification scheme, it's the 20 people here in row 6 who are unemployed. So the first thing you would do, classify those 20 unemployed. The labor force is simply the number of unemployed plus the number of employed. So go back and look at your categorizations. We have 100 full-time workers who are employed plus 20 unemployed for 120, and another 70 part-time workers employed for a total of 190 people who are in the labor force. At that point, guys, the unemployment rate is simply a ratio, number unemployed 20 divided by 190 who are in the labor force gives you a 10.53% unemployment rate. For labor force participation, what we did most of the work already by coming up with the labor force, and all we have to do then is divide that by the adult population. Now, what I did here was if I go back and look at the list, the adult population includes everyone who is not under 16. Okay, so I summed up all those people, and I simply subtracted out the people who are under 16, the 5 of them, 241 in the adult population, and a simple ratio gives you a 78.84% labor force participation rate.